Okay, so we're making progress here. Got all the wiring harnesses and stuff off the front of the tractor. Pretty simple, straightforward deal. And I figure I better explain to some of the guys that are watching this, as me and Tim are wrenching on this. This tractor has 4 sections to it. Section 1, where the pump housing, there's a pump inside here. Section 2, I forget. there's a pump. Let's see, this is a like an automatic transmission. This is actually for the forward and reverser in here. As you can see, it's got like that automatic transmission style hydraulic flow gizmo. Not sure what they call it. I'm sure somebody will correct me. Second housing in the front of this is where the pump is. This is where the front part of this transmission is one side of the power shift pack. The back half of this is the other power shift pack. And there's a spacer in between here that holds all the guts in. And then you have the 4th section of the transmission, which is actually where your ranges are. All the A, B, C, and D ranges. Plus, if you had a creeper gear tractor, that would be where this is at, or where the creeper gear would be at. I'm going to walk over here to where Tim is, and I know you saw this in an older video before this, but this tractor does not use the synchronizers or the ranges to lock the transmission into park. Someone had this smart-ass idea that, oh yeah, you're driving down, you're not stopping the tractor completely and throwing it into park. That's why your synchronizers are bad. This actually has a parking pawl, which is basically a gear or a pawl, P-A-W, park pawl, yeah, which goes into a actual parking gear. So when you put that in there, it forces into a gear that is separate from all the other gears inside the transmission to hold you into park. Now, Timothy's got to be very careful about these little springs because these are detent balls. But we're pretty much ready to take this tractor apart if he gets that pipe off of there.
Yeah, but I can't seem to get it off.
He can't seem to get it off. That sounds like a personal problem, Tim.
Shut up.
Oh, what? You tell me to shut up? That's not nice, Tim. So anyway, what I'm going to do is, the skid steer is back there. I'm actually going to, oh, you got it? Good. Skid steer is back there. I'm actually going to bring the skid steer around the corner here. And we're going to come in from the side. There is a hole here where I can mount a chain or a cable. And there is a bolt here. And we're just, maybe I can go underneath there. I don't know. I'm going to figure out. So maybe I could just go through here. This looks pretty heavy. This is just a mount for the, yeah, think about this, Wesley. For the hoses that go to the front of the transmission and to the front part of the tractor for the power steering and everything. And as you can see, all these other hoses are just here. We did have an oil leak that I fixed yesterday. This nut had loosened up, whether from me tearing it apart and putting it back together again many times, or just because I loosened it and forgot to tighten it back up. I'm not 100% sure, but that's where that oil leak was coming from, so we don't have that problem anymore. So anyways, I guess I'm going to start moving some junk around and getting ready to actually pick this transmission out of there. I do have to take this part here off, which is no big deal. It's just a tube that goes to the back of the transmission, and I've already drained the oil out, so we shouldn't have any problems there. So I'll get on to that, and we will move forward and upward and onward. You can watch as I... Got the thing off of here? There it is, right? The lug, the holder, keeper, whatever you want to call that stupid thing.
Keeper?
I would say a keeper. Where's that brass hammer? I need that. There it is. And I'm going to need go.
Yeah.
We got a lot of editing to do. We don't want to show all the items working on Tim video, right? The move?
Yeah.
Okay. Quite simple. This is a bearing keeper, or bearing housing this thing is, right? Did you know that?
No.
You didn't? Well, you do now. Guess what? We're going to be changing out this bearing. This bearing is going to be changed. Not the housing. I think it's silly. They sent me this housing. They've given me, or I asked for everything that it would take to fix this shaft, and they gave me this thing, which I'm just going to change out the race. That thing's got some wear to it, huh? I don't think I changed it the last time. I don't remember. You recording, Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So, that being the case, there, we're going to have to take this out here. I hate working on the ground like this. It's a pain in the ass. But, what do we got? I'm going to need my torque wrench set. So go ahead and shut that camera off. I'm going to pull the torque.
The whole cause.
Huh?
The whole cause.
I'm not 100% sure what the whole cause is. I do know that this synchronizer is probably toast. What are you doing? Shut that off. Okay. We have a winner. Or a loser, whatever you want to call it. Here's the synchronizer that is out. It's out. I'm going to get it near some light so maybe we can see this thing properly. There's parts and pieces everywhere. But this synchronizer is toast. Now, what happened was the little plastic gizmo on the shifting fork, here they are half gone. Gone, worn off, broke off, just totally missing. So, what that does is it causes not enough pressure on this collar to force the synchronizer into the cone to cause it to, break the gear. This gear. Well, it's not this gear. This gear is fine. This is for the other one. But causing it to cock sideways and not break the gear so that it can slide in properly. You can see all the little brass along the lip of it. It's like gold flake and stuff, and it's just shot. So, with that happening, then what happened there is naturally you grind the gears when you're going between C and D on the road, and you're grinding the gear, and you round over the teeth here, not allowing the synchro or the center to slide up into this gear, into the gear to go into your, say, D. This is actually C. So he was going between C and D, and the synchro wasn't working properly and causing this to grind, and it peened him over, and then this won't slide in and out. It was rough on both sides. Really rough on that side. Maybe not on this side. Now this side is pretty normal. It's got normal wear on this side. So that's what was happening. Fortunately, went to John Deere, or called John Deere up, and they shipped me a new synchronizer for in here, in the top shaft of that case. So yeah, this is what the ass end of a 7410 looks like with no transmission on it. And I have the new plastic pieces. I will be replacing them on that shifter fork. I will show you this. You can see it here. With it being missing, it actually was rubbing there. So putting the new plastic pieces on, and that will make it solid, because what happens then is it does this bit right here. So that's in there, and it may have cocked it to the side, which I'm thinking is what really happened. But anyway, that's it. So we'll be putting her back together. That is the issue there. I'm going to show you the new one I've already got on. I've already got on the shaft. We did that off camera because, well, I don't have a press and I just get sick and tired of people bitching. But anyway, as you can see, these are all nice and new, and they do slide up and down the way they're supposed to. And of course, I'm gonna let me show you this one. I'll take it over there and we'll get it up in the case.